Hi, Spirit Squad. Thanks for joining the channel, Constellations Earth. I am your Master Cosmologist and the head cheerleader to the stars, here with an energy bite. We're going to tap in and see what wants to come through right now. I hit record and I had to end the transmission because I was being informed, coached internally, that it was two separate messages that wanted to come through, perhaps for two different audiences even. Um, so this one is going to be cards only. I have pulled through so much today, and it would be overwhelming to reiterate everything. One of the biggest things that I'm tapping is that it's time to get moving, and we have to push ourselves out of our comfort zones and beyond dross, beyond fear, tap into fearlessness, where there's a healthy dose of fear, but we fear less and we just get on with doing what we know we need to do without procrastination or kicking the can down the road. The bull is really shoving us. And I feel like I'm already trying to tap into the other message, so let me go into the cards before I get steered the wrong way. That's a Taurus, Sun and Taurus joke. One cool thing I'm picking up on is the energy of the muse. With the sun wrapping up at 2 degrees Taurus, having a muse, I have really stepped into my own personal muse, and it's really, really cool. I love this character so much, this being, and they've just stepped in to become my greatest muse, which is something you might feel as well today, a tap into a true muse. I actually, let me show you the card decks. I'm working with Goddess of Love, Oracle of the Roses. Ooh, we got some glare here. And Lumicella Togetherness Quilt. I opened the Rose deck and this card was at the bottom, the Innovator, number 42. Oh, that's cool. 42 is such a big year as a soul, where you really do get prepared for your innovative Uranus opposition. But why this is coming up specifically today is the sun's about to hit 3 degrees of Taurus, Earth 3 degrees Scorpio, where it truly is the energy of being an innovator. It is Taurus plus the 3, which is a Sagittarian degree. So you've got Taurus plus Sagittarius, bringing new things into reality, leading the charge in a new direction. It's also stepping into brand new territory. This would be not infinity to infinity or beyond, because that would be straight up 3 degrees Sagittarius, but maybe setting out into new territory right here on Earth, striking out into a new zone, a new discomfort zone, changing up what field you're in. What else? Doing something that is currently done, but doing it innovatively, all new, switching it up, switching up the game. This deck has wild roses, old-fashioned roses, and modern garden roses in it. And this one is a modern garden rose, which feels to me, with the Earth coming to 3 Scorpio, that we really are going to be, oh, this is the day that we really exhume some past life goodies. We dig up ancestral wisdom. We're going to have it accessible. It's been rising, it's been resurrecting, but this is telling me that it is surfacing. You're going to be able to see it, experience it, utilize it, work with it, and bring on all different types of innovation. The best of the past for the best of times to come, the best of the future. I feel called to read the guide and see what else I can pick up from the guide itself. This is the Hoosier Beauty Rose. It says, action needs to be undertaken now before the plans of others take over. Wow, that's pretty impactful. That landed pretty hard. Okay, so action needs to be undertaken is the Earth at 3 degrees of Scorpio. It's the undertaker taking it up and reviving it and resurrecting it and going forward and doing something with it. And it's not in the way of getting into the energy of fighting or battling, but there's going to be a struggle. There's going to be a battle. There's going to be a fight for supremacy. And it's imperative that we get a leg up and get going and not lose an advantage. To take an advantage, to get in a position of the lead. There's something here with the Sun 3 Taurus about getting in an advantaged position, in an advantageous position, getting ahead of the game. With this Innovator, here, let's pull it off the bottom of the deck, archetype, it's telling me it's imperative that you make your move now. Strike while the iron is hot. Don't hesitate. You want to be at the head of the game. You want to be one of the leaders. You don't want to be at the caboose. You don't want others to get in front of you and lose your advantage. I think you're catching my drift here. But also, there's a push towards some swiftness. Not impatient, not sloppy, but to get moving, really getting moving. There's a sense of that 3 Taurus being a cattle prod. And it's going to poke you in the ass and make you get out of being stuck or being in fear or staying in your comfort zone. Be careful with your ideas and who you trust, as you do have something special to work on, and that opportunity needs to be protected. This tells me that there is the potential. No, let's not say potential. There is the threat, the real threat of copycats, thieves, people who are unoriginal, who can't actually innovate, taking your intellectual property, taking your idea. But also, if you don't snooze on it, you won't lose on it. You'll innovate, you'll move so rapidly, you'll outpace the competition. But in order to stay at the head of the train, you have to be brave enough to implement your ideas now and take a risk and not worry about looking like a weirdo, a freak, standing out. This is put your weirdo hat on and wear it proudly. Get out there and lead the pack. Oh, that's why the other message wanted to be kept separate, because I'm going to invite my weirdos to join my my Pokemon weirdo nation. I choose you. And it is a job application, essentially. Oh, 441. Nice. I love that. It's a recruitment. Like, I want you. I'm looking for you. I know you're looking for me. I know you're looking for your tribe. I know you're looking for your people. And that's what the other message wants to be, essentially. But there's also another impetus. We won't go there yet. We'll keep it on the other video, but go watch it if you're interested. Look closely before you leap, but a new clarity will help resolve any clouded facets soon. There's going to be a lot of clarity coming where you've been held back, where you haven't been able to fully see the vision, where you haven't been able to pull all of the ideas together. It's coming together really quick right now. You're really starting to get it, and it helps get you moving. Clarity, direction. Sun 3 Taurus is you're going to have a solid sense of direction finally. The sun's going to show you. It's going to show you the way. It's going to show you the path. It's going to show you the manifestation. It's going to show you the real world application. It's not just airy-fairy anymore. The innovator is a planner who is good at problem solving and giving clarity to areas that may have proved challenging for others. This innovator quality is taking the lead because you are an individual who has answers and solutions for others where they're stuck. It says that may have proved challenging for others. They need your lead. They need you to help unlock their special gifts. It's really interesting that I am tapping Pokemon so strong right now. If you think of Pokemon on each card, each individual Pokemon is completely unique and different, and they have different skill sets, and it's listed on the card. Where these individuals have been labeled freaks and outcasts and haven't been able to find where they fit in and may be suffering from a lot of mental anguish, feeling rejected from society, unable to feel like they belong. You know that these freaks and geeks and weirdos are exactly the team that you need, because what they are is not, oh, that's 444. And 444 is belong, belong, belong. It's Aquarius, Aquarius, Aquarius. I was trying to show my cool Phoenix. Oh, anyway. It's the law of attraction. You're calling in your tribe, your birds of a feather flock together, your peeps. And what I was saying is that they aren't outcasts. They aren't misfits. They are so innovative that they just haven't even fit into this world yet. They haven't been applicable. And putting out the message to call them in is going to get the applicants to come in, get the joiners to join, get your tribe gathered. It's going to be really cool. There's a sense of gathering. They provide fresh eyes and insight when they are on board, and once they begin, their action is hard to slow down and impossible to stop. Oh, I love it. So Taurus plus Sag 3 Taurus is like a freight train. It's like a bullet train. Once it gets going, it's going to be unstoppable. It will break down barriers. It will smash through impasses. Your crew is so innovative, so fresh, so insightful. I love this. I love that it says when they are on board, you guys are just going to be unstoppable. Create a written plan for the year ahead. What do you need to make it happen? It's so interesting. One of the things that I know I need to do for myself is I need to make a set plan, and that plan can change, but I have had an inability to schedule myself lately and to put down some real tangible goals and actionable steps to achieve it, which has never been a problem for me. Historically, I've made so many plans and then never followed through on it. And for some reason, I'm struggle bussing to make a plan. But one of the things I was going to invite you to do is to make a plan for yourself. And that can be 5 bullet points on a scrap sheet of paper, or it can be a big, huge schematic with arrows and dots and super complicated and complex. But by 11 degrees of Scorpio, the Earth at 11 Scorpio, Sun 11 Taurus, you really should have a set plan for yourself, because to go beyond that point without one would leave you very lost in the sauce, very scattered, unable to really implement and make real, make tangible. And that's the push today, 3 degrees of Taurus. You have to have something to implement. You have to have a guide to follow. You have to have a plan set for yourself. And like I said, it can change at any time. But without one, you're going to be very lost. What else? The meanings of this card are construction, practicality, insight, plans, and clarity. Oh my goodness. The deities are Hephaestus, Frigid, and Ganesh, and the astrological sign is Pisces. I had a huge vision of visitation from Ganesh 2 nights ago. Ganesh was right here, huge in my field of internal vision. I don't know, it wasn't really in my head. It was literally like right here. Ganesh appeared, and his regular elephant ears unfurled and turned into Dumbo wings, and he became Dumbo, where Ganesh is the smasher of obstacles, the breaker of barriers. That is 3 degrees Taurus. Okay, so we're working with Ganesh energy right now to knock down old barriers that have kept us stuck and held us back and imprisoned us for a very long time. And with Ganesh turning into Dumbo, it's saying you can fly over some of these. You don't actually have to do it the hard way. You can innovate and grow those Dumbo ears and learn how to fly. And that thing that has been a hurdle forever, it just won't even matter anymore. It won't even be in your way. It's almost telling me that it was all a matter of perception anyway. It was only the way that you were thinking. One of the cool messages that came through this morning is that we need to change the gears between our ears. We have to grease the gears between our ears and just get them to turn in a completely different manner than they did historically. And that's some of the innovation today. With this card being associated with Pisces, the moon is nearing Pisces. It'll go into Pisces overnight. And that is going to be a gauntlet with your feelings of feeling a little bit downtrodden, or some of the old bruises, the old tauntings, the old hauntings coming back to spook you one more time. And you just have to nurture yourself through it. You just have to nurture yourself through the next couple of days with the moon in Pisces. It's coming around one more time just to see if it can take you down to misery town, but we aren't going to allow it. Actually, I'm being guided to grab a quilt card next. What wants to come out with the Innovator card? Oh, hi, Mama. We have little bugs. Radiant kindness. It says, perform random acts of kindness, spreading positivity and enhancing your interconnectedness. I'm getting a couple things here. The fact that Mars is concluding at 1 degree of Leo, which is the quintessence of Leo, which is also the quintessence of kindness, especially self-kindness, where with the sun in Taurus, there's no more self-bullying. Everyone external can say whatever they want, but we're impervious now. They cannot harsh our flow. They can't stop us. They can't put our mood into a funk. Where this card is to keep your internal fire stoked. Just keep in your heart and always charge your heart fire no matter what by being kind to yourself and radiating that kindness out. The other thing that I'm getting here is a subversive love plot, a subversive kindness plot, where Mars, the warrior energy, is doing underground acts of kindness, like random acts of kindness, where there's an energy here where the mission isn't always as big as we blow it up to be. Sometimes it's just taking that extra, going the extra mile to be more kind in your daily interactions and really change the mood of everyone around you by being a ray of sunshine. One thing that I noticed the other day is I'd gotten a little bit grumpy and road ragey internally, not to anyone out in the car over the past couple of years. And I was like, why am I doing that? Why am I upsetting myself? And I don't know, going into that energy whatsoever. So I started to stick my hand out the window and wave very intentionally and noticeably to people who were kind and allowing me to merge. And just the impetus behind it was that I can really notice someone who is being kind and say, hey, I saw what you did. Hey, I noticed you. Thanks for not being an a-hole, you know? And that is grander than the biggest movement in the world, the most highly funded charity. Those little acts of kindness send huge ripples through the collective. Called to get another rose card here with this. The Liberator. Mille de son brûle rose, an old garden rose. That is a liberating energy where we don't have to grumble and bitch and moan and keep treating. I think that was kind of what was going on with me, is I was allowing other people, their bad mood and their lack of awareness behind the wheel. It's very symbolic to driving your own vessel and being wide awake at the wheel. Just letting them bring me down into grumpy town, right? And how liberating it is, to not let my mood be dependent on anyone else's, but also how liberating to other people to actually be an agent of cheer and kindness and gratitude out in public when maybe the mood's down. Maybe people are really feeling the stress of the changes on the planet, and that will make someone's day. It'll go a long way to make someone's day. That's 3 degrees Taurus if I ever heard it. What would like to come through on the tarot cards? Cards are big for my little hands. Have to keep tapping them on the table to tidy them up. Okay, interesting. One popped in my hand and one flew out and it landed upside down. We've got the Crone of Wands and in reverse, the Ace of Cups. Definitely getting a sense of cheer leading here, where a lot of people are going to feel very disheartened and very down. And this energy is being kind of a beacon, a lighthouse, being, I don't know, I heard sassy for some reason. It's big Leo energy. It's big Leo energy. It's fire, it's wands. It has a cheerleader vibe and a kundalini vibe where you're just radiating like the sun. You're hot fire. You're cheerful. Yeah, there's a radiance. There's definitely a radiance coming through with these 2 cards here. Ace of Cups reversed. Let's see what specifically it says in here. It talks about not being nourished in the ways that you need. It feels to me like you're dropping that, where you once weren't very good always at self-nourishment and self-care and allowing the mood to tank. Mars at 1 degree Leo really just reinvigorated your own inner Care Bear. Oh, that was the Care Bear bubble, 444. Your Care Bear bubble game is really strong now. Your Care Bear bubble is super enforced. Your Care Bear bubble is fortified. Nobody can rain on your parade. This, if I put this the other way around, it would be a fire extinguisher. Somebody dumping a big bucket of ice water on your fire, on your sunshine, and putting you in a bad mood and putting out your sunshine, basically. Does anything else want to come through today? Nope. That's it for this one. I am going to talk about the other half of what's coming through in the next message. So I will see you guys later. Bye.